Yes, guys, welcome to a brand new presentation. My name is Conan, and today we're going to be talking about how all of these food companies that you see at the grocery store are tricking you. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So I want you guys to look at this picture right here and ask yourself this question. How many calories do you think are in this sandwich right here? And now if you're brand new to tracking your calories and macros, you may be completely off, but even if you're a bit more experienced, you may also be completely off. And so most of the time, guys, when you look on the back of any food, whether it's like a snack or like a food like this as well, if you look back, it'll show you the nutritional value, or like all of the nutritional facts and information. So typically speaking, whenever you want to find how many calories any type of food item has, simply look on the back of the package and it should tell you how many calories it has. But I need you guys to pay close attention to a couple of different things. So let's turn this package around. So you may think, if you turn this around, right, that, well, okay, this clearly says 200 calories. It's like, okay, well, this entire sandwich must have 200 calories, right? But you have to look at the fine print. And that is why it's also in fine print, because these food companies don't really want to, they don't really want you to know. And they really take advantage of the uneducated people who don't really look after this. So that's why I'm kind of teaching you guys here to also not make the same mistake that I made, because I fell for this trap more often than I would like, especially when I first got into this whole healthy lifestyle, tracking my food, all that stuff, right? So pay close attention to this. It says 200 calories, right? But it says 3 servings per container, right? And of course, it's in fine print. So per serving size, so one serving has 200 calories. So that is basically 1/3 of the sandwich. So again, it gives you the total amount of net weight, which is 1 pound, which is around 454 grams. And one serving of that is 135 grams, which is 200 calories. So you're going to have to do the math here and say that, okay, for 1/3 of this sandwich, it has 200 calories. So if I did want to eat the entire sandwich, it would be 200 multiplied by 3, right? Because there's 3 servings in this entire thing. And that'll be 600 calories and not 200 calories, right? And I need you guys to pay close attention to this, because they do this with all of the foods, like literally the bag of chips, the cookies, the ice creams, everything else. And I think this is so funny, because I think most food companies intentionally make the serving size a lot smaller to make the amount of calories per serving appear a lot smaller as well. And you may look at it and say, oh my goodness, it only has 200 calories for this entire pint. But you have to remember that it is per serving and not per the entire thing. Now, yes, if it's more of a smaller, let's say it's like a smaller bag of chips, most of the time, I don't know if it's most of the time, but it's usually, it'll give you like the total amount of calories per bag. But if it's something like a bigger size thing, for example, like the sandwich, or like a bigger bag of chips, or like a bigger pint of ice cream, it'll break it down into like serving sizes. And same thing with like cereals, because most cereals have like 100 to 150 calories per serving. But for the entire box, the box is probably like 10 servings, so it probably has like over 1,000 calories in the entire box, right? So really pay a lot of close attention to that, right? So we just broke this down. So 200 calories per third of the sandwich. So this entire thing actually has 600 calories and not 200 calories, right? And so like I mentioned to you guys, most food companies take advantage of the uneducated people by making their serving sizes a lot smaller to make it appear like their food is lower in calories than it actually is in reality, right? And so if you guys want more of like a in-depth breakdown on, or just like want to educate yourself a bit more on nutrition in general, on like, okay, how do I actually figure out how many calories I need? How do I figure out how many macros I need? But then beyond that, it's like, okay, now that I know roughly what numbers I need based on my specific goals and stuff, how do I actually keep track of that, right? Like, how do I use the MyFitnessPal app to keep track of my food intake? How do I actually measure everything on like a food scale? And how do I make sure that I don't fall for traps like these anymore? I want you guys to comment in this video calories down below, and I'll send you my free nutrition guide. So with that out of the way, hopefully you guys took something out of this video. Again, any questions for me, please let me know. Comment calories down below. And once again, I will send you that free nutrition guide. Peace.